Oh, hopefully. Well, I'm playing, if you lose me, I'm playing both on Facebook and I'm doing Zoom. So some people will see me at a little angle.
Oh, okay. So it sounds good.
Yeah, we just don't know. A lot of people may have lost power, but we'll try posting both ways just in case. I'm just not on the Prime Plus site. So anyone who doesn't know that I'm on my site may be looking for Prime Plus. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Who's all here? Good. Chantel's here. Chantel, did you say something?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you. So I've placed a Facebook. I put my site live on Facebook as well. I took my husband's device and said, "Hey, I'm going to take it for you for 45 minutes in case anyone really wants to get on live right now." So,
Are you teaching on Thursday?
I will. I plan on teaching on Thursday, but I changed the time. I changed the time to 11 for this week.
Oh, well, Thursday is 11.
At 11, yeah.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I saw that Ferry had a class until 10:45, and then realized, ooh, I had initially done it earlier, and I said, no, I'll do it after her. So,
Okay.
all right. Just this week, and we'll see how it goes. Only because it's been so hot here in the afternoon that I think mornings has been a little cooler for me. So I did 11 this week, and we'll see how it goes. But yeah, hopefully that's a good time for you.
Well, yeah, late in the morning and early in the afternoon are good times.
Okay.
Early in the morning, I'm not an early morning person.
All right. Well, yeah, that's why I did 11.
I used to be, but not anymore.
All right. So let's see. Let me adjust this so you can see my feet. Let's see. We got Spoosha's connecting. I'll adjust the Facebook. There we are. And good. All right. I'll go back. All right. See, everyone has their props: blocks, pillows, blankets. And again, it's to remind you of good posture, as well as a strap. And this is chair yoga. And I'm Angie. So if this is your first time, remember to take your time and listen to your body. And know that, if you need to modify or adjust or rest, please do. There should never be any pain in the class. Never should be any pain in any of the postures that we do. And your breath work should always be effortless. Always being able to breathe through the transitions and through the poses that we do. Also, if you need to take a break, please do. And if you need a sip of water, please do take a sip of water. Chantel is on Facebook. Okay. All right. So, deep breath in and just notice where your sit bones are. Shoulder blades are back. Top of the head lifting up. And slowly exhale. Notice the shoulders drop, chest dropping, belly button pressing back. Arms come out, extend, open, lifting, breathing. And exhaling, palms down. Just notice how the shoulders are. I like to assess the joints as we do this. Slowly lifting, palms up, reaching up towards the ceiling. Notice how the shoulders feel. Any sensitivity, you are always welcome to bend the elbows and press them gently back. And exhale, palms down, chin down, and then slowly lift up. Allow the palms now to be either up or down, however you feel like. Allow the feet to gently be placed on the floor, rooting completely from toe to heel. Knees are over the ankles and about hip width apart. Again, lifting up, good posture. Noticing if you do have a prop behind you, that you're gently pressing against it as your shoulders lift and reach back. Inhaling in through the nose. Exhaling, if you can, out the nose completely. Closing the eyes if comfortable. Or if you prefer, gazing gently down at the floor. Inhaling in through the nose. And this time out the mouth, a ha sound. Everything completely out. Inhale in. Out the mouth. Inhale in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale. Out the mouth. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale 4. Exhale 4. Inhale 4. Exhale out the nose. 4. Continue this deep breathing, noticing the movement of the chest, extension of the belly on an inhale, and then dropping it down on the exhale. Begin to remove all of your thoughts. Directing the mind inward. Focusing on the breath. Knowing the breath is primary to any postures that we do. The postures are secondary. Your breath must be able to flow evenly and effortlessly through each pose and transition. Knowing there should not be any pain in your practice. Pain is your body telling you to back off, to rest, to modify the pose. Learning what feels good for the body, learning how to stretch and strengthen. Maybe setting an intention for yourself for this practice, for someone else, or maybe for a greater cause. Using one word to identify it. Maybe taking that word in each inhale. It could be a name. It could be an idea like courage, peace, thanksgiving, strength. Exhale, arms come up, reaching up. Deep breath in, gently look up and notice how the cervical spine feels. Exhale, hands come down onto the lap, palms down, lift up through the chest, and then chin down. Just notice how the cervical spine feels. Again, no pain. And we're going to begin our neck rotations, gently going towards the right shoulder, maybe an inch on your inhale. Exhale to center. Inhale to the left, just an inch. Just noticing the tension, the feeling. And then slowly inhale. See if you can reach the shoulder with your chin. No worries if you can. Listening to the body, always breathing. Exhaling to center, inhaling to the opposite shoulder. Going at your own pace, breathing. On your next exhale, chin to chest. Deep breath in, lift the chin. And gently looking up, notice how the spine feels, the cervical spine feels as you lift the chin. Shouldn't be any pain. And bring it back so it's parallel to the floor. Arms come up, reaching up. Deep breath in. And side bends. Exhale, right hand down. Think of an imaginary wall behind you. Would you slide the left arm over? The arm is over the head. And see about reaching, feeling. Press the feet to the floor. Inhaling up. Extend. Spine is straight. Exhale to the left. Again, think of that imaginary wall. Think of bringing the shoulder back a little bit more. Breathing. You can bend the elbow if you need to, or if you can, straighten as much as you can. Listen to the body. Extend the neck slightly. Inhaling up. Nice long neck. Allow for breath to flow easily to the right. Breathe. And you can drop that right hand down. Or if you wish to have a more muscular experience working the obliques just a little bit more, you can extend both arms, your choice. Breathe. Feel both feet strongly into the floor. Inhale, lift to the left. Again, you can drop the hand or you can keep it up, your choice. This just adds a little bit more muscular work and effort. Extend as you can. Inhaling, lift, looking up, deep breath in. Exhale, twist to the right. Bring left hand to right thigh, right hand to the chair. Good posture, nice and tall. Breathe. Just notice the gentle twist of the spine. Inhale, coming back to center. Exhale to the left. Always keeping in mind your posture, even as we twist, lifting up through the top of the head. Strengthening each muscle, working each muscle. Inhale, lift one more time, and maybe a deeper twist. Maybe bringing the right hand out behind you this time. Breathe. Maybe the cervical spine will twist gently, and maybe that chin will come over, looking towards the right hand. Breathe. Lift up to the top of the head. Press the feet to the floor. Feel the energy from the roots of your feet to the fingertips extending. Inhale, unwind, realign the spine. And exhale to the left. Again, maybe adding that deeper stretch by extending the left arm out. Maybe adding a gentle twist through the cervical spine, bringing the chin back, looking towards the left hand. Breathe. Inhale, unwind. Exhale, palms together, pressing them together, elbows out to the side. Breathing. Bring the fingertips towards me, and then bring them down if possible. Stretching through the carpal tunnel here. Inhale, back up. Press the wrists down towards the lap, but keep the elbows where they are. The wrists will come apart slightly as you extend them down. Inhaling up, and then gently bring them down one more time. This time we'll bring the wrists up. Again, they'll separate. Breathe back down, together. And then we're going to create a fist, pressing it in, and then bring the tops of your hands together. Try and bring those elbows down, stretching the forearm. Breathe. Nice long spine, good posture. Press the elbows in together. Create and clasp your hands. Lift them up slightly to work the shoulders more if you like. Adjust and modify, and then begin your wrist rotations. Breathing through the nose if you can. Lengthening the exhale compared to your inhale. Maybe if you set an intention, remembering that word that reminds you. Speaking it to yourself on each inhale. Reverse the rotation. Maybe lifting the elbows up a little bit higher. Feeling the shoulders work here. And slowly press the wrists out, shoulders down. Lift up, inhale. Exhale, hands come down, slightly back. And then chest comes forward. Breathe. Inhale, hands forward, wrists forward, extend. And slowly we're going to twist to the right. So we're going to be stretching out the left side a little bit here. Breathing. Feel that shoulder and see about bringing that left hand over. Use that right hand to bring it across. So if you can see here, bending that right elbow, extending the left. Now switching, coming back to center, press through the wrists, realign the spine, and exhale to the left. Again, extending that right arm across your chest, breathing, stretching through the scapula, the shoulder blades, the shoulder, the upper arm, and back to center. Never hold the breath, always let it flow. Inhale up. Exhale, hands down, come forward. Slide the hands to the knees. Chest is still forward. I still maintain the same posture here. And then bring the elbows down onto the thigh. We're creating a Sphinx pose here. Side view. Nice long spine. And lift the heart. Chin is parallel to the floor. Press those elbows into the floor, shoulder blades together. Breathe. Inhale, slide the hands onto the thigh. Elbows come into the ribs and gently lift up for cobra. Breathe. Feel the work in your lower back. Tailbone presses back, heart lifts. Hold. Working lower back. Notice how it feels. Lift up. Tall posture. Breathe, belly button in. We're going to do cat and cow. Come forward maybe a couple inches from your block or prop, whatever you're using. And slowly bring chin to chest. Press the belly button back. Extend the arms. Feel the curve of your spine, the extension. Inhale, lift up, bring the hands back. Chest forward, flexion here, the opposite direction. Inhale, tall, extend the hands forward and press the belly button back. Exhale as you do. Inhale, tall, slide the hands back, chest forward, breathe. Inhale, tall, lift up, breathing, holding. Find your Tadasana. Belly button is in. Feet parallel to each other. Knees are over the ankles. Shoulder blades back. Arms come up. Upward salute. Exhale, hands down into Tadasana. Feel the energy of your fingertips reaching for the floor as the top of the head reaches up. Breathe. Good posture, core is strong. Feel the legs working as their heels are pressing into the floor. Hold on to the chair. Begin to extend the right leg forward. Core is still working. Strong left leg. Breathe. Point, flex, and rotate all the way around. Breathing. And reverse. Press through the heel. Feel the strength in your right quad. Exhale it down. Left leg forward. Press that right foot to the floor. Feel the Tadasana. Help prepare you to lift the left leg. Use your hands to support the spine if you need to. You're always welcome to bring the arms up. This again adds more muscular effort. Point, flex. So whatever you choose to do, rotate all the way around, creating a big circle with your big toe. Breathe. And reverse. Exhale, hands down. Press through the left heel and drop it down. Right hand comes up, reaching up. Left hand supports the spine. Exhale, left heel forward, opposite limb extension. Extend out to the side. Breathe. Hold it here, good posture. Still looking forward, not twisting the spine. Inhale, lift. Exhale, back down. Try and keep good posture. Left arm up, reaching up. Press your left foot to the floor as the right heel extends. Core is strong. Tadasana is a foundational pose. It is found in almost every pose that we do that requires some effort, strengthening of muscles. Exhale out to the side. You can always hold the leg for support if you need to. Breathe. Press through the heel. Active leg. Press down with the left foot. Active leg. Breathe. Inhale your intention. Lift up the arm, extend and drop it down. Legs come nice and wide. Deep breath. Arms come up, reaching forward. We're going to do a wide leg prepare posture, and then maybe a forward fold. And gently move side to side, stretching the inner muscles and the lower back, inner leg muscles in your thighs and your lower back. Lifting up, press the feet to the floor. Feel the quadriceps work in this pose. Extend through the spine, nice and long. Eyes look gently down. And then maybe the arms come out like wings, really working the glutes in your core. Do what you can do. We're going to come up, upward salute with wide legs. Exhale, prepare posture. And if you have no issues with high blood pressure or other heart issues, and you can bring the head down, maybe use a block and press your hands down, or whatever prop you have. Is it a box or sturdy pillow? And extend through the spine, maybe taking it to a lower level. Again, any issues with dizziness or heart problems, and maybe keep the head up and prepare posture. Keep those knees out, maybe coming to the next lower level. Maybe the head can drop further. Maybe the hands come to the floor. Breathe. Allow the head to relax. Maybe the shoulders relax, the neck relaxes. Feet are active, pressing to the floor. Slowly coming up, arms come out, engage the legs, the glutes, the core and lift. Reaching up, breathing. Elbows come down. Goddess arms. Holding it here. Press those knees out. Press the elbows out. Lift up nice and tall. Again, think of an imaginary wall in your spine. Your back is up against it. Lifting up, upward salute. Exhaling, hands out. Press the wrists out. Push against those imaginary walls next to you. Holding it here. Working arms, lifting up one more time. Upward salute. Exhaling, twist to the right leg. Looking over, trying to keep the heart in line with that right knee. Press the legs out, making sure that they're in line with the toes. So the knees are in line with the toes and not jutting out or in, keeping the knees protected. And slowly come forward over that right thigh. Keep that left leg out. Breathe. Stretching gently the left lower back. Inhale, lift up. Arms come up, upward salute. Temple. Exhale, twist to the left leg. Maybe pressing that right leg back. Heart reaches so that it's in line with the left knee. Exhale, forward. Breathe. Both feet still pressing into the floor. Gently opening up the hips here. Inhale, lift up, still looking at that left leg. And then unwind, temple. Exhale to goddess. If those legs are working, press them out. And slowly bring them in all together. Reaching, lift up the arms. Arms come out, right arm comes under the left. Maybe grab the wrists or come into eagle arms. Grabbing the shoulders, I mean. Maybe eagle arms as you bring the forearms together. Palms might come together. Again, might. How do you feel today? Listen to the body. Adjusting as you need to. Feel the opening in the shoulder, but still lifting up tall. Good posture. Maybe bring the left leg in slightly towards the center of your body. As you lift the right, bring it and cross over the left. Point that toe down. And maybe that's it for you, or maybe you can find yourself wrapping that right foot around the left leg. Holding here, lifting, breathing. Lift the elbows. Exhale, maybe come forward. Really press into the left foot as it presses into the floor, supporting you, keeping you in your chair. Again, you may just have your arms crossed. No worries. Wherever you're at, that is where you are. Accepting that. You can always stay lifted and seated with a strong spine. Exhale, unwind the arms, reach up. Extend the hands down and unwind the legs. Breathe. Opposite side, reaching up. Left arm comes under the right. Again, each side can be so different, so you might find that just placing and crossing your arms, holding onto your shoulders is enough. Or you might come around and find your full eagle arms. Pressing the forearms together, feeling the heart pressing into the upper arm. Active. Bring the right foot in maybe for eagle legs. Again, you don't have to do eagle legs. You might just cross the legs and that's enough. Maybe come up and around. Breathe. Pressing that right foot into the floor. Finding that your knees are somewhat centered to your midline. So your knees are kind of centered. Right, not out to the side. Right, coming in and trying to keep the hips level. Breathe, bring the elbows up. Now you can stay lifted and just bring the upper arm to the heart, bring the elbows down, or lifting the elbows, come forward. You'll feel the thighs squeeze, you'll feel that right foot press into the floor. Extend the spine, try not to collapse the spine. Strong. Breathe. Stay in chair. Inhale your intention. Inhale, lift, reach up. Holding here. And then unwind the arms. Reach up. Exhale, hands down, and then unwind the legs. Windshield wipers. That is a good hip opener, especially for the SI joint. All right, I wanted to do some standing poses today, so we will come out of our chair. First, strong legs. Find your chair pose. Breathe. Now you need strong legs for this. If you happen to have a prop that you can place between the legs in a comfortable manner, then maybe you'll feel yourself press into that prop, be it a tightly rolled up blanket or a block, and good posture. Now squeeze your thighs into the block and press your feet into the floor. Good posture. Now really feel this isometric exercise. You'll feel your glutes engage and you'll feel your core engage as you press even tighter with the quads. Hold it here. Press it here. We're going to slowly keep the left foot pressing into the floor as you extend the right leg, still keeping the energy. Press through. Feel the core work here. And drop it down. Still pressing into that block, into your prop. Extend through the left heel. Right leg is squeezing. Pressing both in. We're working the entire hip section. Good posture. Breathe. Exhale it down. Holding the chair. If you have a second block around, maybe having it near for our chair pose so that you might use it to sit on. So let me show you quickly if this is your first time. We're going to squeeze into this block, keeping the thighs strong, protecting the knees. Heels press into the floor. Hands come to the chair. Core is strong. Automatic if you keep those legs engaged. And then slowly lift the heart. Breathe. You can automatically bring the block to you and then stay put. Press the thighs into the block. Hold maybe the hands and support yourself. Breathe. Feel the heels pressing into the floor more than the toes. Again, you can always stay in chair. You don't have to lift. Just this action alone is giving you a good workout. Slowly, maybe one arm forward, shoulders back, the other arm, and come up out of your chair. Again, you may stay seated. Breathe. Squeeze the glutes and lift up, reach up. Exhale, hands down. Remove your block if you'd like, and come to the back of the chair. Brilliant. We're going to do the same thing standing. So if you wish to stay seated, please do. And you can use a block if you wish to feel the strength of the legs. All right, again, all optional, and you adjust to how you feel today. So pressing that block between the thighs. Shoulders up and back. Breathe, hold on to the chair or stay seated. And just hold that block. And then exhale, bring the tailbone down and slightly back. Trying to keep the knees from coming forward over the toes. Always protecting, holding it here. You've got this. Core is in, full engagement. engagement of your core here. Breathe, really working on quads, strengthening them. This is really important for balance and stability. Inhale, lift. You can try it without a block and see how the engagement might change for you. So deep breath in. Exhale, press the tailbone back. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze those thighs, even though you don't have anything to press into. Notice how the knees feel, shouldn't have any pain. Ankles, no pain. Lower back, no pain. Breathe. Inhale, lift. Reach up. Press the heels up, even if your seat is in this chair. Heels are up, finding some balance here on your toes. Chair pose uses a lot of the heel. Now we're going to work on toes. Exhale down. Shake it out. All right. Eagle pose standing. Again, you can do this in chair. So do the pose in chair if you feel more comfortable that way. We're going to bring the feet in slightly together. We're going to press back into our chair. So, side view, pressing back, shoulders back, good. Lift up, right heel, toes still on the floor. Just the eagle legs, we're holding onto the chair. And then lift, maybe cross over. You're always welcome to use a prop to put your toe on. Shoulders back, you've got this. You're welcome to come into full eagle legs if you'd like. Or use that prop. Sit in a chair. And here we have balance. You can always start to test your balance and see where you're at. Inhale your intention. Find a focal point for balance. And slowly begin to lift up. Unwind the leg, right foot down. Press the heels up on your toes. Lift up your chin slightly. Heart lifted. Even if you're in chair, just lift the heels and bring it down. Pressing back, feet slightly together, maybe a fist width. And slowly we're going to lift the left heel. Feel the strength in the right leg as you lift maybe and cross over. Again, you can use that block on the other side. If you'd like a little more support, more balance, more security. Always adjusting for what you need. Try and keep the hips parallel to your front wall. Core engaged, heart lifting, tailbone slightly back. Breathe. Notice what your balance is like on this side. You can always just test it out with one hand. Prayer. Hold. And when you're ready, deep breath in, unwind, and shake it out. All right. Holding on to your chair. Find your Tadasana. Toes are up. Press the heels into the floor. Engage your legs. Core is in. Glutes are engaged. Shoulders back. Breathe. We're going to begin to just balance on the left leg. So right heel comes up. Notice where you are. Hold a chair or even a wall, couch, whatever's nearby. Be always safe. And then maybe lift up your right knee. Breathe. Keeping a strong left leg, but not locking it. So just bringing that shin ever so slightly forward, micro bending the left knee. Exhale, maybe out. You can keep it forward. Maybe placing it on the toe on the floor or on the ankle or on the calf, finding your tree pose. If you're in chair, tree pose, just do the same thing. Sit and then extend out to the side and then press your toe to the floor seated. Still having the opening. But if you're in chair, maybe bringing the arm up. Maybe the other arm up. Reaching. Lifting. If you're standing, be very mindful. Find a focal point before you lift your hands, if you choose to. Breathe. You can always be in prayer. More weight to the center of gravity in your body. Lower is more stable. Lifting changes the center of gravity, making it more difficult. So wherever you're at, holding the chair in prayer, or maybe you find a full tree pose. Exhale, hands down, knee forward and down. Grab that chair, prepare for the other side. Deep breath in, find your Tadasana. Exhale to the chair, breathe. Strengthen your right leg, slight bend of the right knee, micro bend, as you bring the left heel up. And then slowly begin to lift the left knee, maybe not, wherever you are. Try not locking that right leg, holding the chair or a wall, whatever you're comfortable with around you. Breathing, maybe exhaling that knee out, opening up the hips. Finding a spot maybe on the floor for your toe, maybe on the ankle, the calf. Accepting where you are. Holding the chair if you need to. Or if you find stability on the right leg, maybe lifting your right arm. If you're in chair, definitely try lifting your arms, using and extending through the side of the body. Holding here. You may even come into prayer, lowering the center of gravity. Breathe. Exhale, hands come down, knee forward, and drop it down. Shake out your feet. Good. We're going to come back into chair. Gently sitting. We work a lot of your quads, a lot of glutes, and then of course all of that stability with tree pose. So bring your heels up and down. Up and down. Good. And to the side. Down, in, down. To the side, down, in. Good. Press the toes up and down. Bring the right knee in, squeeze it in, point flex. Extend right leg out, stretch through the back of the leg, and then back in, point flex. Now I want to try and come into a pigeon style. So if you can bring the right leg up to your left thigh, great. If not, maybe use your prop, or you can just bring it to the floor if that's where you need to be, or you can raise it up to different levels. You can come up even to the highest level. If you have no pain in the knee, no pain in the hip, all right? Just adjust to what you need. And we're going to do a little TLC for our feet while that's standing. We're going to bring our fingers and place them between the toes. Good. And then just give it a shake. Relaxing the foot, relaxing the leg. Shouldn't be any pain. Some people find that just placing the fingers between the toes can be a challenge. So just take your time and accept where you are. All right, bring the toe forward and back. So just listen to the ankle as you move it up and down. Breathe. Widen the fingers, maybe to start opening up more of the toes. We're just really opening up these joints in the foot. Our foot is the foundation of our body. If we have happy feet, we normally have a happy body. Feet really important for lower back pain. So if we have good shoes, good posture from the foot up, then our back will usually be in better shape. So let's begin to just slowly press the toes away from the palm. So just gently, allowing crunching and popping, but no pain. And maybe massaging the palm of the foot. might even bring your foot onto a block to help lift up if you find that that helps. So again, listen to the body. Yoga is your practice. I guide you. But you're welcome to try different things to make it a little bit more comfortable. Massaging the side of the foot, heel. And then we'll make a fist. Now I like to say yogic fist, thumb in and fingers out. And then just start to activate the nerve endings. Really opening up, exciting, making the body aware. The importance of that foot. And then just slide it across. It might be ticklish to some people. But that just means that your nerves are awakening. Using the top of the foot, sides of the foot, and then gently the calf and the shin. Ooh. I was doing some lifting this weekend. Not in the gym, out in the yard. So I'm feeling it. Did a lot of squatting with weights, lifting blocks. Again, bring that knee in, squeeze, extend. So I'm feeling it in my muscles. And drop it down, opposite side. So bring the left knee in, squeeze it in, breathe, point, flex the toe. Again, do what you can. You can always use a strap for this. If your knee won't come in very tight, you're welcome to use a strap and just hold it with a strap or a belt. If you've been at this class before, you probably know all the stuff we do. And rotate. Both directions. Good. Lift up and then maybe come into your pigeon type pose. You can use a block if you'd like to. Each side can be different. And then just gently lifting up, deep breath, pressing shoulders up and back. Good. And then use that right hand on the left foot and maybe begin to open up here, those toes. Just notice how this side feels. And slowly shake it. Give your foot a shake. Come forward and back. Breathe. Widen the fingers, try and widen the space between the toes. Really get them opening. And then we'll start to just pull gently. Again, you're probably going to hear a little bit of cracking or popping. Just no pain. So again, listen to the body and know what you have. And gently massaging the foot, starting from the toes down to the palm. Anyone who likes reflexology can tell you the different organs that this might affect and invigorating those organs all the way to the heel. So normally the top toes and the top part of the foot by the toes usually is the head region. Eyes, nose, then you get the lower to the lungs, the heart, liver, all the different organs that somehow are associated with the foot. All right, fists, get ready. Let's energize with the nerve endings, activate them. Breathing, maybe remembering that intention. Gratitude that, for me, that nothing, the hurricane, the tropical storm Isaias, passed by like a whirlwind, but just a lot of limbs to clean up, but no damage. No one was hurt here, so I'm thankful for that. I haven't yet looked at the news to see, but all right, and then side to side. Active here. Breathing. Top of of the foot even, side of the foot. And then maybe the shin, the calf. Take your time, especially if you haven't done this in a while. Ooh, my calf. And take it and breathe, point, flex, extend. That was a nice stretch and massage of the lower leg. Arms come up, reaching up. Maybe grabbing that strap or belt, whatever it is you might have. If you don't, no worries. So just lift the arms up. This just helps to open up through the chest and the shoulders. Breathe. Exhale down. One more time, and maybe a little bit wider apart. Maybe we'll come all the way back and around. Someone's leaving. Lillian. All right, have a good lunch, Lillian. Extending back as far as you can go, trying to keep fairly symmetrical. Extending and breathing. Never holding the breath. Shoulder work usually makes me want to hold my breath. So I gotta keep talking or remind myself to breathe. Good. I see Usha. Stretch it out, Usha. And relax the hands. Gently just massage them. Pressing away. Palms, thumbs, and even gently the forearm. Even that touch, the pressure that one feels helps to activate the nerves, really bring awareness to the body, to your joints, what you may be feeling. Deep breath in, sitting up tall. Knees in line with the toes. Exhale everything out the mouth. Cleansing breath. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Closing the eyes. Finding your Shavasana. Palms up this time. Relaxing the shoulders. And lift your toes. Squeeze your hands, bend at the elbow, bring up the shoulders, pucker your lips, eyes. Inhale, exhale, relax everything. Come back to your natural breath. Even feel the knuckles surrendering into your lap. Feel the feet surrendering into the floor. Feel your eyes completely relaxed, your cheeks, your forehead, your nose, licking your lips. Relax the tongue, the lips, the jaw, the chin, the throat. Begin to wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, gently bring chin down, and rotate just an inch one way then the other. Notice your breath flowing naturally. Inhale, lift the arms up, lift the chin. Maybe notice your intention. Palms come together. Exhaling them down. I thank you all for coming to practice today after such a stormy evening here in Hampton Roads. I hope you are all safe, that your property is safe, that your loved ones are safe. I want to thank you all for your effort, for your acceptance of this practice today. I wish to thank Prime Plus for opening this up to all the members. I wish to thank and continue to thank my family for supporting me. And to you all, remembering to think kind thoughts, to speak kind words, and to do kind deeds. Really, that's all we need to do to make this world just a little bit better. Allowing that light of yours within to shine. The light in me sees and honors the light in each and every one of you. Namaste. I thank you all. Have a good day. Thank you for Facebook people. Lillian, thank you for coming. And thank you, Usha. Thank you, Chantel. All right, have a good day. Hopefully not too much cleanup. But it is lovely out there, so do walk if you get a chance. Usha, in case you're talking, you are muted, so I can't hear you. All right, I will turn off my face.